All right, we're gonna do a little pre-week analysis before market open tomorrow. Let's get into it. We have FOMC this week on Wednesday, and then everything else is tentative because the government is still shut down, unfortunately. So before we created this gap up here, we'll go ahead and talk about that in a little bit. I wanted to see price fill within this equilibrium value that's also in this 4-hour fair value gap. This would be really great to happen because you're not gonna wanna short all-time highs. We're at all-time highs. We boomed past these all-time highs if you guys saw last week. So I wanna see a retracement back into this equilibrium value. Instead of doing that, however, we created this super large 200-point new week opening gap. So instead of retracing back into that equilibrium, I'm gonna wanna see this get completely filled before we can continue with our longs. We also did have this insane draw on liquidity before we created that gap. We had these equal lows right here, as you can see on the 15-minute time frame. We also had these data lows from CPI. Very great draws on liquidity. However, we are not even close to those. Game plan for tomorrow, want to see this get filled at least down to this halfway range before we can continue back up. Realistically, we want to see this entire thing get filled. That's usually what happens. These new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps get completely filled before we continue to whichever way we're going, hopefully to the upside.